there. Welcome to Bucks Weekly, week number 1. As you can see from the painted field behind us, we've got the home opener coming up against Mississinawa Valley. Last week, maybe you made the trip up to New Bremen, or maybe you just listened to the broadcast. The Bucks had a 43-20 win over the New Bremen Cardinals. Andy, talk about last week a little bit and some of the things that you saw as we were broadcasting that New Bremen game.
Overall, it was a good effort by the Bucks. They got off to a little bit of a slow start, but obviously they improved as the game went along. They especially battled very hard in the second half, really the fourth quarter. We saw the backfield depth that Coach Miller has been talking about all summer. Isaiah ran really hard in the first half. AJ Ouellette ran very hard. The entire game was able to see some results for that work in the second half. And Alex Baskerville just ran hard the entire game. He had an outstanding game. On the defensive side, we saw a lot of good work out of the cornerbacks, out of secondary. The wide receivers are tall for New Bremen, but they were able to knock those passes away relatively easily.
Marty Listener here, our new stats guy, just talked to Coach Miller a little bit ago. What do you have to say?
I asked him a few questions about the New Bremen game and some improvements that he could make from that.
Yeah, we correct the mistakes from the week before. I mean, we one thing we noticed with our O-line, we needed to run our feet on contact better, and they've gotten better at it. They're lower. Backs, we had to smooth out our reads a little bit. We had some misreads in the game, and that's been productive. They've done a nice job with that. Defensively, just reading keys better at linebacker, and the whole group's got things we need to work on, but they've done a nice job correcting mistakes this week.
Hey everyone, I'm here with the senior team captains, and I have a few questions for them. This one's for anybody. How have you changed or progressed since freshman year?
Well, I've gotten faster, stronger, and I became more of a leader for this team.
I've tried to be more coachable and get stronger and be a good leader.
I've got bigger, faster, stronger, and became more vocal.
I've tried to become more of a leader and help the younger kids out.
Okay, Darren, why will the Bucks have the best line in the CCC?
Because we fire off the ball low and drive our feet.
Okay. Sam, before a game, how do you motivate your teammates?
Try to lead by example and focus and keep the other kids quiet and make sure they focus, because they don't know how special it is yet, like we do, because we've been in it for 4 years.
Okay. Isaiah, what are a few team goals?
Dominate the CCC and win the championship and go to state.
Okay, and Sam down there on defense, what's the biggest improvement you've seen over the summer?
We've been flying to the ball a lot better than we have in recent years.
Okay, so Darren, I got another question for you. Which is easier, a 2-a-day practice or a day of work on the farm?
No, that's a good one. It depends.
Okay, Sam, here's a difficult question for you. Can you beat Stephen Bly in a foot race?
It'd probably be close. I don't know about his athletic ability as much as mine. I know mine is very talented.
Okay. Isaiah, I got a little situation for you. It's you, one defender, in the end zone. What do? Juke him out or ply him over?
Juke 'em.
Juke him out, all right. And Sam, this is a kind of an injury report. Who threw up the most during 2-a-days?
Dalton Portland.
That was easy. All right, thanks, guys.
So it's the big home opener this week against the Mississinawa Valley Blackhawks. Andy, talk a little bit about some of the things you're looking for out of the Bucks in their first home game of the season.
Well, hopefully we see a lot of consistency out of the Bucks this week. Mississinawa is going to be ready to play. There's always a target on Covington's back every time they play, so Mississinawa will be ready to go. Covington needs to respond and be ready to play as well. It's the home opener again. It's Hall of Fame night. There's going to be a big crowd. Covington's want to get off to the right step in the first CCC game of the year, especially since it's at home.
What are you looking forward to with Mississinawa?
It's a first home game, Hall of Fame night. Having all those alums there, that should be kind of surreal for our kids, and look for them to come out with a heck of a lot of intensity and play 48 minutes.
Okay, last game we had some players go down with cramping issues. What sort of precautions have you taken to limit that?
Now, you know, we talk to them all the time about hydration, and we know it's going to be hot this Friday, but really the hydration needs to be done 2-3 days before. Just making a conscious effort of that, and you know, sometimes those things just happen. But I think, you know, a couple of guys I don't think hydrated probably enough in advance, so that's something we'll work on this week.
Well, that wraps it up for Bucks Weekly this week. For Marty Listener and Andy Johnson, I'm Kyle Moore. We'll see you Friday night. Go Bucks.
Make a conscious effort for being more coachable. Wait, redo this.